My ECS game engine had one big problem, which of course was caused by me. See, I thought that just putting ECS in my game engine would basically solve all my problems. I was fascinated with it ever since that Unity demo where the Unity tech lead spoke about their new DOS framework and how amazing it is. I didn't understand how you can create any game using these iterators over entities. That was my biggest problem. I thought ECS is everything you need. Since then, ECS for me has become more like a core layer, deep underground of my game engine. We can call it the beating heart of the engine. It continuously manages data and provides ways for us to build on top of it. That's where my perception changed the most. I don't really use systems that much. Of course, for things like rendering, systems are great, but for gameplay logic, I'd rather use events for most. And that's when it happened, my complete transition from trying to at least stay a bit in pure ECS. An event that broke me and made me believe that maybe ECS should be explored more, not just set as a standard and that's it. Maybe we can play with it more. When I decided to start making the UI system, from the start of the project I knew some things might not be easy. Let me explain. UI is highly hierarchical, meaning that a lot of things are designed around parent-child relationships, like for example sizing and scaling elements. In my implementation, the child element can be positioned and scaled based on their parent. This gives us a sort of responsive design. I was thinking really hard about how to keep a pure ECS and also implement hierarchical processing of entities. And that's when I remembered, this is my project and I can do whatever I want. All rules are just mine for me. After the floodgates to my creativity were opened, I started designing a new type of query. We already have representation of selecting entities based on their components. The simple query is just a big list of entities and their components. The new hierarchical query is a tree of entities. Each node of the tree knows the entity and the component references. Then it also knows the children. Currently, the way to represent parent-child relationships is using parent component. When we build this query, we find parents and their children that have the required components, and build a hierarchical query. This can be cached and reused anytime we want, just like the normal queries. Just like with normal queries, I wanted to create a simple infrastructure for iterating over hierarchical queries. So I created a simple for each, where we start from the roots and iterate over their children. For each of them, we can call a function. That's a great start, but we need some sort of way for the parents to influence the children. I created a simple function that calculates the UI positioning and sizing based on the parent, combined with the child's UI transform component. I expanded the for each to include another function we can call in between the steps. This function has to return something that the child function can use. In our case, it returns the modified UI transform based on the parent's value. I don't know how much this adheres to any pure ECS way, but frankly I don't really care anymore. This was so much fun to design, and seeing it working in my game engine made me realize that I shouldn't be so hard on myself with all the rules of how I think things should work. And this is the result. We can have UI panels with inheritance, and based on the parent, the child moves and resizes. And this system can be expanded into anything I want. Parent-child 3D transforms? Maybe. I hope that by breaking these arbitrary rules I'm making my engine stronger and simpler to use for me, which is the most important since I want to make games in it. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you want to.